One of my goals for 2021 is to head out for more sunrises. This morning, it actually happened. My alarm went off at 5:30, I rolled out of bed, and here I am, standing on the cliffs. The color in the sky hasn't even changed yet. In fact, the waves down below and the streaks in the sand are still reflecting the dark, steely color of the clouds overhead. This first scene in particular looks like the perfect one to put back on my trusty 70-200 f4. It's one of my favorite lenses, and one that I've been neglecting a bit since I picked up my 100-400. One of the other things that I picked up for the 5DSR that I cannot recommend highly enough is this remote shutter release. No more fooling around with 2-second timers and trying to guess when the right waves will hit. It's the best $15 you can spend. I'll add a link to it down below in the description if you'd be interested. Normally when I come to the cliffs, there's people sitting everywhere in this spot. Maybe I'm onto something coming here at sunrise. For my first image, I'm going to zoom into this collection of rocks. I like the way the wet sand is reflecting the steely gray sky overhead. And now, with the cable shutter release, I can sit here and wait for the exact moment I want to take a long exposure. So I'll zoom in, focus on the main rock as a focal point, make sure it's nice and sharp, and then sit back and wait for the right wave. I'd watched a lot of Seascape videos by Nick Page, and one of the things that he does really well is wait not for the waves to come in, but for when they're retreating. They tend to make just a little bit better patterns and look better in the long exposure. So that's exactly what I did here. I didn't have to go very far to find this next composition. It was probably only 20 or 30 feet further up the cliff. It must have rained overnight, because there were collections, pools of water, creating all kinds of shapes leading out to the ocean. I really like how this one draws the eye out, with moss growing in the pool, pulling your eye out to the waves and the sky just starting to light up. Once the clouds started to change color, it didn't take long for the light to follow. There were storm clouds just to the south of where I was standing, and any time there's storm clouds in the sky, the light just looks amazing. I almost get a little bit flustered when the light turns so quickly and looks so good. It seems like everywhere I look, there's something to photograph. I took one view to the south, and then immediately turned to the west to grab this streak of a cloud just lighting up with the morning sunrise. Before I knew it though, the light to the south was getting even better. I turned my camera 90 degrees back south and photographed what I think might be my best ocean view image yet this year. There was also a huge swell leading to a ton of waves breaking down to the south. The morning light cascaded over the cliffs and lit up the waves breaking in the distance. One other thing that I couldn't believe I did this morning, probably because I woke up so early, but I left my coffee sitting on my kitchen table. If you've watched this channel for a while, you know that I always have coffee with me on these early morning adventures. So I think it's time I head back and get some morning coffee. Thanks as always for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again next time.